Elk Grove Youth Inline Hockey Association 2003 All-Star Game. Hi again, everyone. I am Perry Williams. Great to have you with us for All-Star festivities here in Elk Grove. And joining me for this 2003 All-Star Game is Adam Sochinsky. And Adam, it's an honor in any sport to be selected in the All-Star team, no matter what level it is. And I know these young players here tonight in the 7th and 8th grade are very honored to play in the All-Star Game 2003.
Yes, I coach most of these boys out here, and I know they're well deserved to play in this game.
No question about it. How were they selected?
Voting by the players on the team. So they were voted by their peers.
Well, if you've not seen inline hockey before, you're in for a real treat, as this is a sport that has boomed in many pockets around the country. And Adam, here in Elk Grove, this sport has really taken off. Tell us about the excitement and the growth of the sport here in the Elk Grove area.
Yeah, we're up to about 350 kids per season. We play twice a year. So that's really booming. From just 5 years ago, I think the count was just under 100 people, 100 kids. So it really has boomed.
Yeah, what do you attribute to the growth to?
I think we finally gave them a place to play. Instead of being on the street, we brought it into a organized rink like this, and the kids just love it. I think it's hard to say, but it's really boomed, and plus the people on the board have really worked hard for this too.
I know you have as well. You know, you see this in many places around the country, but you'll see it here in Elk Grove. We'll return right after this. Well, we're moments away from our 2003 All-Star Game for the Elk Grove Youth Inline Hockey Association. Let's go on the ice, if you will, and meet the teams.
Welcome to the Elk Grove Inline Hockey Association Division 4 All-Star Game. Now for the introduction of players. The blue team, coached by George Fornaris. The players representing the blue team, Chris Cruz, Matt O'Gorick, Tommy Sullivan, Michael Hess, Jake Nabazny, Chris Ortiz, Chris Danka, George Fernaris, Andrew Popa, Michael Raporto, Nathan Chevalier, and Ryan Bassier. And now for the red team. Coach is Joe Zach. The players are Nick Nitty, Anthony Zach, Mark Bislick, Kevin Detloff, Matt Weiss, Joey DePietro, Scott Roberts, Kevin Mortensen, A.J. Jedrieski, John Sabatino, and Matt Kinsella.
Well, later on we'll give you information on how you two can sign up and be a part of the Inline Hockey Association, because there will be, of course, later on there will be the fall registration, also spring registration. And now back comes the red team right in front of us.
That's Nick Nitty.
Nick Nitty, and he has a pass broken up. Now in behind the net. In front, trying to poke it out of the action and clearing the, we say the ice, I guess that's the proper term, because this is a rink used in the wintertime, and a shot on net, and it's waved off, no goal.
Great save by Joe DePietro.
Now kept into the zone by Hess. Now behind the net, the pressure on, hits the post. And the red team having trouble getting the puck out of their zone. And finally, Hess will track it down and try to reset with Chevalier on the left. Now they dump it into the zone. Behind the net goes Detloff. But still pestered in front. That bouncing puck, very tricky in this sport.
Anthony Zach has it right now.
And trying to poke it in on the deflection with Nitty. In front, and we have a goal! Shot and a goal, and it goes in by Anthony Zach. So 1-0 as the red team strikes first. here in the 2003 All-Star game.
Anthony actually set up that goal by coming down the middle of the rink with that ball, and he parked himself right in front of the net, and he put it right in.
Well, you saw the blue team really pressuring, but the red team taking advantage of that opportunity, and the work of Nitty and Zach paid off. Zach getting the first goal of the game. Now along the far boards. Somebody back down in that zone. Trying to clear, does so. Kinsella, and he gets it past the center line. Boucher back at center ice, and but now kept in by the red on this side of the rink. At the point, trying to drop it back, not there, and a near break by Ortiz doesn't happen, doesn't materialize.
Yeah, with 4-on-4 hockey, you'll see a lot of breakaways in that situation like that, and center ice. Once again, I said center ice also.
Well, I guess that's what we're going to have to call it. You have to curse the center circle. But here on the break come the blue team, have broken up nicely by Bislett. Bounces around, the backhander! And a goal. We had to wait for the official call, but striking on the backhand and getting a goal to tie the game was, well, I'll have to track down the number for you. It was Boucher. It looked like it was Boucher, number 18.
A quick backhander, I lost track of it because I knew Chris Ortiz had the ball before him.
From our position here at an outstanding facility in Elk Grove, the Park District does a nice job. A little difficult to see the numbers until the young players turn around.
1-0, 1-0 still.
And here they come. Look at the speed of that those young skaters. Now wheeling around and dumping the backhand pass. Goes in the far corner along the board. Dug out there. Right. Okay, evidently they wiped off that goal. You thought it went in, but it's still 1-0. And nice chance, but a nice save there by the goalie, Papa.
Yeah, A.J. Dojewski came from the circle, the left circle, and tried to go up high.
So they waved off that Ryan Boucher parent goal, at least from this aspect, and they had that face-off. So it's still 1-0 red here in the All-Star game.
Knowing Joe DiPietro's quick glove hand, maybe the ball he did stop it with his glove.
Right in front, and he fanning on the shot was Dojewski. Now back at the other end, trying to clear. One man to beat, can't do it. Now the other end of the rink. There will be two 20-minute halves. So 40 minutes of action in the All-Star game. Is scramble in front. Not there. Pressure continues. Finally a whistle and a stoppage of play. As DiPietro has been steady in the net, but the pressure has been there by the Blue All-Star.
Yeah, the shot was from Mike Porto from the right circle, and Joey just grabbed it again with his glove hand. Quickest glove in our program.
Well, you can see these youngsters that are centering there, not exactly tall, but boy, are they quick and have great athletic skill.
Yes, Perry.
So this is a sport, obviously, any level can play. A centering pass in front goes wide.
Yes, we have a lot of crossovers. A lot of ice hockey players play in our program.
Still a scramble in front. As the Blue is pressuring Anna, but they're really not getting solid shots on net.
Yeah, right now, like I said, they haven't played in a couple weeks, so they're a little rusty. And being an all-star team, they're not playing as a team now. But we'll start seeing some good passes here.
Okay, now we have a 2-on-2, a high shot, and a great cover-up save by Papa to keep it 1-0.
Once again, Anthony Zach had room in the middle. That's how his other goal scored, but he decided this time he took the shot, and Andrew stopped him.
A little shift change now, some fresh players. It's a warm summer evening, and as we talked before the game started, Adam, that this is the sport you guys actually start, and it may be in the 30s or low 40s, and you go all the way into the 90s in the summertime.
Yes, the kids take a lot of beating with the weather. The parents, too, watching the game.
I'd say. Scramble in front, there's Nitty with it. He has it poked away now behind the net. Here's Ortiz. Ortiz behind the net trying to clear. Passes to himself, the reflection off the far board. Past the center line, and he dumps it in. And back comes the red team the other way. Trying to center, broken up nicely there by Michael Hess. Now coming in is Ortiz. Tries to center, it's broken up. Ortiz the shot, and a nice save by DePietro.
A nice clearing play by Nick Diddy, throwing the ball into the corner, and no rebound for the Blue.
Here they come. So they basically use, you'll see, regulation type hockey sticks, right? But the ball, or the puck, if you will, is, I've seen it different ways. Sometimes it's a flat, but this is a rounder version.
Round ball. So in the winter, a lot of these players go indoor, and they do play with pucks, inline hockey pucks.
But in this association, they use the round ball.
Yes.
Oh, they tried to sneak one by in front, as in front was Sabatino, but could not connect or get the pass to him. Quick shot. Goes wide behind the net, cannot connect.
Oh, there's a penalty.
And a penalty coming up will be against the Blue team.
Okay, in inline hockey, there will be a 2-minute penalty for that one. It'll be a 4-on-3.
So that will really open up the playing surface for the red team, already leading here 1-0.
But Perry, you'll be surprised on this one. I actually like the 3-on-4. I like the deficit because you have a little more room to work with being shorthanded. And maybe we'll see on the Blue team here if they could work the way I said it.
Some of their penalty killers out there.
It's like
tapped away by Chris Cruz, who's a latecomer here tonight, but arrived just in time. And now on the penalty killing unit for the Blue team.
Also with George Fanaris and Chris Danko.
In front, wide open net, and an outstanding save by Papa.
Matt Kinsella had the puck backhand on his stick, and he just couldn't lift it over Andrew Popa.
He had all sorts of time, too.
I guess, but sometimes kids feel the pressure, or they think they feel pressure, and you have to release the shot.
Yeah, he fired it away, maybe a little too early. Boy, these young athletes are in great shape, aren't they? This is a tough sport. You really have to be athletic and in good physical condition. Shot goes wide to the left, deflected by Papa in net with his left glove. And clearing the zone, and Detloff will have to chase it down for the red team. They'll try to regroup on the power play.
You hit it right in the head, Perry, because before the playoff baseball today, that's why the game started so late tonight.
Yeah, with youngsters and summertime vacations and multiple sports, it's not always the easiest thing. A scramble in front, saved by Papa. The rebound is there. Still another save by Papa. An outstanding goal work by Andrew Papa, number 97.
Once again, Anthony Zach, number 9, trying to get the Phil Esposito goal, the trash goal, but that's his job.
And of course, Phil Esposito would always kind of camp out in the crease and get those rebounds in the National Hockey League. Former Blackhawk and, of course, Boston Bruin great. Now along the near board, centered in front. Going with the backhand, a great save by Papa in front, and he clears the zone. Having the opportunity that time with Bislick, but could not put it home.
And it was almost a similar play. This time, Mark did wait, and he had the goalie go down, but the goalie made a great save on it.
As I mentioned, just a few minutes, we will have Mr. Bill O'Connell tell us. And a shot and a goal by the Blue team. And connecting for the Blue team was Michael Raporto. So this game is tied at 1.
About 5 minutes ago, I was going to call Mike Raporto to score a goal, and he just did it. It's 5 minutes late, but he's finally got a goal.
Okay, let's bring in here now Mr. Bill O'Connell, the commissioner of the Elk Grove Youth Inline Hockey Association. You enjoyed his introduction of the players as we were tied to 1-1 in this All-Star game. Bill, outstanding job introducing those young men. Why don't you tell our audience and our viewers how they too can be involved or sign up for the inline hockey. I know you have a couple of registration dates, a couple of phone numbers and addresses. We'll put that up on your screen. So first of all, welcome. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Terry.
And why don't you tell us how folks can get involved or get more information?
All right, yeah, I'll tell you, this is a great alternative to the expense and time-consuming nature
As the blue team just scored another goal, but
of ice hockey, and we do have registration. A deadline for our fall season is upcoming. July 19th is the absolute drop-dead last day to register for our fall season, which starts in August, by the way. And you would register at the Elk Grove Park District Pavilion on Beesterfield Road. And if you can't play this fall, well, next spring we'll be getting things going again. And our spring registration is January 10th at the Elk Grove Park District Lions Park. I know that's a lot of information. Feel free to give me a call at home. And
what's that phone number?
It's 847-584-3296.
And I know, Bill, you have a website too. What is that? So folks can go log online.
We're on the web at elkgrove.org/hockey.
Okay, elkgrove.org/hockey. We'll repeat this information in the second half. And so get your pencils ready and so forth, and get all the information as far as registration for this outstanding sport. It's really growing. It's really exciting. And also that phone number you can write down and that World Wide Web address. So they'll be coming up about halfway through the second half, but hope you're enjoying it right now. Bill, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in the second half. And Adam will jump on in.
If you don't mind me saying so, I've been walking by here, and you guys sound great.
Well, thank you. We hope the viewers at home think so as well. And Adam's been carrying the load, and as well as you. Thanks very much, Bill O'Connell, the commissioner of the Elk Grove Inline Hockey Association, as we had a goal there while Bill was talking, and it was by the blue team.
Yeah, it was by Chris Ortiz. It was a blast from about 15 feet left of the goalie.
So now 2-1 blue team, as really you have to hand it to Papa. Kind of came up with some big saves there on the power play opportunity. He was sprawled out and used his gloves and the pads on the legs, anything he could. These are, of course, not their roller inline skates.
Yes, it's a little different to slide across the crease compared to ice skates, but the boys have learned a good job to do it.
And you saw some of the fans thought they had a goal in, not so. DePietro came up with a stop, but it was close. Skating on, and the pressure continues by the blue team in the far end. But here comes the red. That's the center line. Knocked back into the zone. And doing those honors was Tommy Sullivan. Trying to center in front. A lot of traffic in there. But DePietro dives out in front and makes the save.
Yeah, I was going to say, once Bill put the mic on, the kids scored 2 goals within a minute. That brings
well, you know, the red team's going to want equal time now.
Yeah.
Well, he'll be back in the second half. We'll hear from Bill O'Connell. What a great job organizing this event as the president of the association.
I'm looking for some other guys to take over on the red team here, and 2 of them are out there right now.
And that's kind of a pop-up from the midline, and the easy save, popping and pulling out of the air, just like a first baseman is the goalie, and that's Papa.
It's always good to just put the ball on net.
Yeah, you never know. He may drop it. Then there's other players in front. Nitty into the corner. He tries to clear.
Just
in front, can't do it. Here's Sullivan, and a battle there at the middle part of the rink. And a 2-on-none break. And a shot to goal! Coming on in is Matt Weiss.
Those are the goals as a coach, as a player, we've learned to look for. The breakaway from center rink. The defenseman gets suckered up, or I use the term suckered up, or gets suckered inside the red line, and they just break on it for a breakaway.
Well, that's one of those breakaways you're talking about we should watch out for here tonight. So that ties the game at 2. Matt Weiss, number 16, nicely done. Gorick tries to clear it, can't do so. Red keeps it in, centering in front. The backhander is there, but you saw the defenseman collapse quickly. That includes Ortiz, number 10. Still now behind the blue net. Trying to center in front. Nobody there except for the blue player, Danka.
Great play by Chris. That's what I preach. It was the 4. I think the 4 dropped down to the defensive zone to prevent a pass from going to the middle of the ring in front of net.
The game is opening up a little bit late here in the first half.
I think it's just under 4 minutes right now, or close to 4 minutes.
Shot goes wide, not there. Nice job by the officials here tonight. Well, I cannot even stop, and when I put on those inline skates, I kind of a teeter-totter. They make it look so easy.
I gotta make a confession here. For 8 years of coaching, I've never put rollerblades on because my wife said I'll break my neck. So
yeah, well, there's other responsibilities.
I want to do it, but
that's right. Yeah. Well, sometimes you have to listen to the boss.
Yes.
To the other coach. Scramble now behind the net, trying to center in front. Alone there, the shot.
Once again, Chris Danko wants the Joey DiPietro's glove hand, and Joey, time and time again for the last couple of years,
he tried to go the top shelf to the right, but DiPietro with that glove save, snatched it out of the air. As they go to the far board, trying to skate in. We're tied at 2 of this All-Star Game 2003. Elk Grove at the Great Park District facility right behind the Margaret Mead Middle School in Elk Grove on Feaster Field. The officials have to be careful too where that ball ends up.
Yeah, one playoff game last year, a ref took a bad fall. And he had to be half basketball line.
Oh, in front, and a tricky bounce. Papa is there to deflect it to the corner right in front of us.
And you hear the ref say, keep on moving, because this is a non-contact sport.
Yep, but now finally trying to get it out of the zone was Hess. But the Blue having trouble. And it's still the Red trying to take advantage. Tip, but goes wide as Papa's able to deflect it into the far corner. All alone in front. Papa covers up the sprawling save by number 97 to keep it a 2-2 contest.
A.J. Jadajewski had a chance right in front of net, but Andrew smothered the ball.
Now, you were mentioning that a couple high schools started, and now you've seen that the sport that has grown over the last year or two.
Yes, up to 5 teams, and they're looking to 6 or 7 this coming session. A lot of boys are moving out of the 8th grade, 7th and 8th grade group to the high school division, so that will only help with the numbers.
You saw that chest save by Papa. POPA. Now the scramble for the loose ball into that far corner. The Blue trying to keep it and keep some pressure of their own. They took that brief 2-1 lead, but the Red came back to tie.
Nice tie-up job there on Anthony Zach, because he had the room to work if he got the ball on his stick.
They still scramble behind the Blue net, and it's Hess doing yeoman's work. And oh boy, he is really trying to get it out of that zone, and they're going to have a face-off to the left of the goaltender, Andrew Papa.
Yeah, you can see there was still a little bit of body contact there, but the ref's discretion to call it, no check.
Yeah, a little bit of pushing and so forth, but if it's not a real hard and deliberate type thing, they just want to keep the flow of the game going.
Yes, that was Jimmy Gazzardi. He's been refereeing the league for a while. Plus he's an ice hockey player, so he understands the difference actually between the ice hockey and inline program.
Now Dunca is there in the red zone, trying to dig it out in center. Can't get it done there. And back comes the Red team. They're at the center stripe. Knocked off the play.
That was Scotty Roberts.
Scotty Roberts knocked off by Cruz. And the horn sounds and the first half comes to an end. We're tied at 2 of our 2003 All-Star Game. We'll be back with more right after this. Welcome back to halftime of our 2003 All-Star Game of the Elk Grove Youth Inline Hockey Association. You score at the intermission, the Red Team 2 and the Blue Team 2. So we're knotted up, and we're also very pleased and happy to welcome here at the intermission one of the founders, one of the initial organizers of the sport, which has grown so tremendously over the years, and Kurt Jason. Kurt, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Perry. I appreciate being here. I'll tell you, it's great to see this tonight because when we first started this league, I think back in 1998, we really started this thing, and it wasn't originally Park District kind of run it, and it wasn't very large, and frankly, it wasn't real well organized. And some of the parents of some of the kids that really had an interest in this league decided, let's get this thing together, start putting this together, get with the park district, and see if we can organize ourselves, just like baseball does and football does, and some of the other organized sports. And really, they're run by parents here in Elk Grove. So we put it together, and it started off very small and amazing. I mean, we came up with most recently, I think, 350 enrollment per season, or 2 seasons we play here, spring and fall. About 700, 800 kids participating in this thing. And if you think about where we came from, that's quite amazing, really. And most of the kids, if you think about it, most of the kids here are really local Elk Grove kids. We're not drawing a lot from a lot of other communities. However, they are welcome to play.
But I imagine as the word gets out there, you will get some nibbles and phone calls from around the area if some of these young players don't have a team in their own community.
Oh, absolutely. And I think the sport's starting to grow now. I mean, there's starting to be a lot more interest in it. And if you think about it, it's just a fraction of the cost of what ice hockey costs. You know, ice hockey, of course, you have equipment that's very similar. Ice hockey equipment's a little bit more money, but the rink time and everything is so much more in ice hockey. This gives an opportunity for kids of all levels of ability to be able to play. So I think that's really the thing that really attracts the kids. I mean, they can go out and practice in their own, right in their own, in their own neighborhood, and as opposed to some of the ice hockey where you really have to have a rink and all that cost involved. So this opens it up to just like kids of all different levels of ability.
A lot of different athletic skills are used in the sport, and one of the good things we've seen is you've seen some of the smaller young players. Of course, these are 7th and 8th graders, so they're going to be sprouting up soon, I'm sure. But you have some of those, and some of the young men have already, grown some.
Yeah, we started them out in kindergarten here, which is pretty young for most of the sports, and we got kids that started here in the kindergarten age, and they're moving up all the way to now, up into the older age group. So the kids pretty much stick with the sport. I mean, and some of them actually, I think, may not have ever been involved in ice hockey had it not been for their start in Elk Grove inline hockey.
Well, you have to be really proud where this has gone and the growth of this sport.
And it's been a lot of parents that have been involved in this, a lot of volunteers, and that's really what makes all these youth sports in Elk Grove work is the volunteers, board members, and coaches, and everyone else that puts these things together, as well as the parents, helping out too. So it's really a team effort, but it's really rewarding to see how much this has grown and how well it's done. And my hats off to, by the way, if I just mentioned Joe Zack, who was the former president, he succeeded me, and then now Bill O'Connell taking over. So anyway, those guys are big volunteers.
Oh, great job. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Perry.
Okay, Kurt, Jason, one of the initial founders of this great sport. We're at halftime, and we're tied at 2. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Elk Grove, everyone. We're at halftime of our InLine Skating Association All-Star Game 2003, but it is the summertime in the Chicago area, and that sometimes leads to inclement weather, and that is what we have. So for the safety of all involved, we are just going to kind of end our coverage here with the lightning and the thundering in the near distance. So everyone comes home a winner. This is tied at 2, and Bill O'Connell, I know this is not what you expected, but nevertheless, a great effort in that first half by all involved.
Certainly, and a definitely strong defensive game, considering these are high-powered shooters out there. I'm impressed with great goaltending and defense.
Well, I know the viewers got a real treat, a real taste of what the sport's all about. Why don't you tell them the dates again for the fall registration and also the registration for next year?
Well, our registration deadline is July 19th for our fall season. Gets going in August, so please do go to the Elk Grove Pavilion on Biesterfield Road in Elk Grove Village. Sign up for our league by July 19th, and our fall league, our spring league registration is January 10th, in case you can't play this fall. January 10th at the Elk Grove Park District Lions Park, or call me at home.
Go ahead. What's that phone number?
847-584-3296. Otherwise, we do have information on our website.
And that website is?
www.elkgrove.org/hockey.
Okay, so a lot of different ways to get information, and it's a great sport, so go get involved, sign up, and register, and so forth. So, Bill, thanks very much. Outstanding performance by you and everyone involved.
And also thank you all the folks at Comcast, Becky, Andy, Anthony, the whole crew. Extremely professional. It's been my pleasure working with you people.
Okay, and pleasure working with you. And also, this young man here, Adam Stojinski. So, your thoughts on that All-Star game we saw here tonight?
Well, I predicted a high-scoring game, but Bill hit it right in the head. The defense held it down to 2-2. So I'm kind of a little disappointed because I think we're going to open up the second half. But, oh, well, it was a good game, though. Great game. Great game to watch.
It was great working with you, too, Adam. Bill, thanks very much, and thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, the 2003 All-Star Game here with the Elk Grove Youth Inline Hockey Association.